So, Karl Orff was born on July 10th, 1895 in Munich, Germany. At age 5, he learned to play the piano from his mother. At age 7, he learned to play the cello, and at age 12, he learned to play the organ. He was enrolled in the Academy of Music in Munich at age 12. However, he was pulled from enrollment in 1914 to serve in World War I. He was greatly injured from falling debris and was discharged thereafter. After recovering from his injuries, he returned to Munich after the war to finish his schooling at the Academy of Music. While he was there, he was influenced by Strauss compositionally. He was later influenced by Debussy and Schoenberg. He first published a composition at age 16. He additionally directed many of the opera houses in Germany, and specifically around Munich at this time. His most successful opera was Carmina Burana, and in 1930 he was named conductor of Munich's Bach Society. Orff believed that a child's relationship with music begins in a primitive state, like that of early humans. This means the best way to first connect a child to music is through their natural music and rhythms. Orff referred to this elemental music, and it was a vital part of his method.
Schulwerk is the German word for schoolwork. Orff believed that music education should be a core subject in all schools. Schulwerk was also a series of education books published by Orff and Gunther, and included 5 different books. The first volume was about pentatonic space, which is the most simple part of music that young kids would learn about. The second has to do with major keys and so-to-do relationships. The third dealt with major keys and dominance. The fourth studied minor and so-to-do relationships, and the final volume dealt with minor dominance. These developed in a very stage-like manner, which had to do a lot with his method. Orff had 5 pedagogical elements that were a big part of his method. They were exploration, imitation, improvisation, creation, and cooperative learning. Exploration was allowing the students to explore the sounds they can make and that they can make and their instruments can make, as well as the movement that connects to music. Imitation is usually found with call and response activities that teachers would use to help their students learn music. Improvisation was allowing the students with guidelines to learn to make their own melodies. Creation has to do with allowing the students just to make their own music. Cooperative learning was allowing the students to work together to learn about music and various other aspects.
As the child develops, he or she can then progress gradually to more complicated stages of musical learning. Orff also believed that music should be learned just like a language, first by imitating, then by interpreting, followed by executing. An Orff lesson would contain several of his pedagogical elements. The students should be actively involved in music making in some form. They also need to be given the chance to explore movement connected with music. To the outsider, the classroom may look chaotic, but the teacher will be in total control. There is a certain level of freedom that the child will have as they are learning more and more about music.